Hello and welcome back to this video. As requested by my favorite Pinterest peeps, I am going to be doing a how to draw bodies video. And this was requested on my Pinterest. I had initially made a short video on it and I wanted to expound upon it. So here we are today. So firstly, we're going to start off the head, the first thing you see when you draw a body. Now, I like to simplify shapes when I use bodies, so using circles, squares, and modified triangles are what mostly make up how I draw bodies. And so with the head, I start with a circle, and I put a line through the middle and through the center for the direction, so if they're facing forward, and then the eyes, so where the eyes would be. Then I add a line down, a line diagonal, and then repeat the same process on the same side. You're also going to see me in a little bit draw the same head in a 3/4 view, which is technically just another angle of the head as you would see someone. And I'm doing those same two lines, one in the center and one down, and I'm curving the one that's in the center just to give the feel of that perspective, if you will. And here are the final heads. This is what they look like and the basic shapes that we're going to be using throughout the tutorial. Next up, we are going to be drawing the torso area, which is basically the chest, your waist area, and then your hips area, which basically gives the body form. This is where your spine is. This is where your rib cage is. Your stomach area is the part that bends and stretches when you're sitting down or standing up. This is how people lean over, and it's just really great for making poses and having things be fluid. I'm also going to be mapping out a lot of the body parts using colors, so it's a lot easier to see and recognize. And as you can see, the rib cage is more of a trapezoid, the stomach area is a rectangle, and then the hip area is more of a triangle. And here are some examples of how fluid the body can be using those shapes. It's time for the arms. These are very basic cylindrical shapes. Think of them as stretched out circles, or ovals, I guess for a better term. I'm drawing in the rib cage just to have a place to put the arm, which is that trapezoid again. The shoulder is a circle, and the upper arm is attached to that circle, as that's where it moves and bends. The lower arm also juts out a little bit because of the muscle that's in it, and the palm is more of a rectangle shape. You can see me mapping out the muscle on the lower arm now, and also filling in the colors in order to show in more detail how the arm works. You'll also see me sketching in just a little bit how the arm would move based on, like if you're bending it, for example, or if it's on your hips, or if you're stretched out. This is how the arm would technically flow. Time for the legs. Just like I did with the arms, I'm going to start off with the hip shape just to have a base to draw the legs on. The legs are also comprised of cylinders. The kneecap is a diamond, or as I like to draw it, and the lower leg / the calf muscle also juts out like the lower part of the arm. Also note that the feet wouldn't actually go straight out in this angle, but just for this example to show you what shape I used to simplify it, the feet are more of a triangle. I'm also going to be adding in the colors here to also differentiate the muscles, the kneecap, and just the different sections of the leg in general. Also, all the blue arrows and words I'm putting here are the pivot points, which is where the leg would move. I'm also going to do an example like I did for the arm of how the leg bends. So it's simply the hips and then the thigh would bend, and all of the other parts would as well. You have to keep in mind these muscles and where the leg would most logically bend. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should represent real life. And now we're going to put it all together. In order to draw the entire body, you have to know how it moves together. I highly recommend doing a study of just your character's face on, or really getting into your style, how you want to exaggerate or proportionate how you want to draw bodies. Do you want to make them more squishy or more rigid? Do you want to make them more realistic or more cartoony? For me, I try to lean my style as close as I can to real life, but obviously I am still a stylized artist, so it's not exactly alike. And my last and probably most important piece of advice is to use references. One website that I really enjoy using is called Line of Action, not sponsored by the way, but it's a really helpful resource for using gesture drawings and using real life photos of people to draw from. You can curate what you want to draw, who you want to draw, what age group, how long. It's really customizable, and it's not just people on there. There's hands, feet, even animals on there as well, if you would like to. Here I'm showing a few picture examples of models you can get generated on the website. And here's all the things we covered today, from the head to the torso, to the legs, the arms, and putting it all together as well. Thank you for joining me on this episode, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hey you! Wait, you! Did you know that I have a Pinterest and Instagram and a YouTube? You should follow me there. I post lots of content all the time. I appreciate all the support you all give me, and thank you.